We're traveling along Middle Road. It'll take us through an area that is closely associated with the Hainanese community. Hainan is an island in China's warm subtropical south. Its people were some of the first immigrants to arrive here, and they played an important role in establishing a uniquely Singaporean cuisine. Lots of Hainanese the Singapore Sling, a gin-based cocktail that has become world famous. It was invented in 1915 by Mr. Nyang Tong Boon, a Hainanese bartender at Raffles. What about the renowned Singapore dish, Hainanese chicken rice? Have you tried it yet? It's a traditional dish that was adapted to local tastes by Wong Yi Guan, right here on Middle Road. But it was Wong Yi Guan's apprentice, Mok Fu Sui, who made Hainanese chicken rice famous at his restaurant, Sweetly Chicken Rice. You'll encounter chicken rice stalls all along this route. Keep your eyes peeled. And there's more. The Hainanese are also said to brew the best coffee in Southeast Asia. Some have turned this skill into successful businesses. One example is the Singaporean franchise.
That's a long journey.
This is Salini Road, and we'll follow it into the cultural precinct of Little India. One of the best times of year to visit this part of the city is between mid-September and early November, when we celebrate the Hindu festival of lights, Deepavali. Streets come alive with vibrant decorations and dazzling lights. And homes are turned into colourful festive hubs too. Historians aren't sure how this road got its name. Some think Salini might refer to a wooden spear. Others think it's named after a Bugis pirate chief. The Bugis were skilled seafarers who arrived here from the Indonesian island of Sulawesi, over 1,000 miles away. Salini Road is just one of the many street names in Singapore with a story to tell. Coming up on your left is the colonial Ellison building. British governors used to sit on its roof to get a view of the old racecourse. Horse racing was an important part of life in old Singapore. In fact, when the course here was completed in the 1840s, Europeans started building homes in Little India to be close to it. We've just crossed the Rocha River onto Serangoon Road. This is the start of Little India.
Little India, I see some Indian
If you look
trade.
to your left now, you'll see the Tekka Centre.
I saw a
This
lot of
multi-use
Indian
building
trade.
complex has a wet market, a food centre, and a variety of shops. The name Tekka is from Hokkien Chinese. It was used because bamboo grew here on the banks of the Rocha River. But the market also had a Malay name, Kandang Kerbau, which means buffalo sheds. Bamboo and wallowing buffalo. Can you imagine how different this area used to be? Look to your left. That modern 4-story building coming up is the Indian Heritage Centre. The architectural design for the facade is inspired by Indian steep wells called Bambi. The centre traces the history of the Indian and South Asian communities in the Southeast Asian region. Inside, there are 5 permanent galleries, small-scale museum facilities, a shop, and programming and activity spaces. Look down the quaint lanes and alleyways of Little India as we pass by. Exploring them is a must. You'll find fascinating shops selling all sorts of interesting stuff, from spices and vegetables to prayer items and handicrafts from India. You'll also find garland makers practicing what is one of the oldest Indian trades. They tie each garland by hand until they are resplendent with jasmine, marigold, or rose. The flowers symbolize purity, peace, and love. If you're ever in Singapore between mid-September and early November, I'd highly recommend visiting Little India. This is when we celebrate the Festival of Lights, Deepavali. Deepavali acknowledges the triumph of light over darkness, good over evil, and hope over despair. If you look ahead, you should see an Indian temple coming up on Sri Veerama Kaliamman Temple. It's one of Singapore's oldest Hindu temples, and it marks the heart of Little India. Veerama Kaliamman means Kali the Courageous. It is dedicated to Kali, who is the goddess of power and a ferocious incarnation of Lord Shiva's wife. This Hindu temple is believed to be the first in Singapore to venerate her. From its earliest days, the temple was linked with early migrant workers from India. By coming here to worship the goddess, they felt more at home in a foreign land.
Chinese rice. Different soy. These are how the
Look up at the temple's tower. Can you see all the brightly coloured statues of Hindu deities? The Kaliamman Temple was built in 1855.
You hold and I press the button.
You'll find lots of traditional coffee shops in Little India. If you visit, try ordering teh tarik. Teh is Malay for tea. Tarik means pulled. Teh tarik is called pulled tea because it gets poured quickly from cup to cup. So it looks like the liquid is being pulled up against gravity instead of poured down. It's fun to watch, and the process makes the tea very light and frothy. You could call it the original cappuccino. On your left here. It's worth taking a close look, because these distinctive buildings are a symbol of Singapore. Even the word shop house is significant, because for generations, people came here with one priority, work, and they lived where they worked. You might notice intricate woodwork decorating shop houses. This draws on Malay traditions. If you notice Art Deco flourishes, you're... The road we're traveling along is Jalan Besar, which means big road or high road here. It was first laid down in the 1880s to cut across the swampland. Yes, that's right, I said swampland. Back then, this was a wilderness full of mangrove trees and nipa palms. Ducks, snipe, and other... We're now heading down Queen Street. It'll take us back to Bugis Village. Queen Street and nearby Bugis Street used to be popular with the transgender community. Its reputation for being raunchy started in the early 1900s when patrons of the surrounding red light district would come here.